What's going on, guys? We are here with Edge of Eternities Early Access, and this is the first deck that I'm going to be playing with the brand new cards. Edge of Eternities brings a ton of interesting stuff here to be able to work with, and there's a lot of interesting aggressive white cards in this set. I want to highlight some of the new cards here. So we have Lumen-Class Frigate, which is a 2-mana Spacecraft, a new mechanic from Edge of Eternities. Basically kind of like Crew, but it's on layaway, where you can tap creatures to add a number of charge counters on the Spacecraft equal to that creature's power, and then they get different abilities based on the number of counters they have. So this one is very powerful because for only 2 counters, which means that you only have to tap a 2-power creature, you then now have a Glorious Anthem. All of your creatures get +1/+1. 12, it looks like it might be a little unattainable and out of reach, but the cool thing about it is it's sort of self-fulfilling because the Anthem pumps all of your creatures, and then your creatures now have more power to put into the Spacecraft. So that's pretty cool. Another new card here that I want to highlight is Seam Rip. Probably the best removal spell in the entire set, and for honestly, maybe even one of the best removal spells in the entire format. For those of you who remember Portable Hole, this is effectively an enchantment version of that, and, I was a little sad to see Laydown Arms go because white lost probably its best removal spell, and Seam Rip is a pretty good replacement for that. Lightstall Inquisitor, 1-mana 2/1 Vigilance. It's got a lot of text on it, but basically when it enters, they exile a card from their hand, and then spells they play spells they play this way. So if they exile a spell, it costs 1 more, and if they exile a land, it comes into play tapped. So pretty powerful, aggressive creature, 2 power for 1 mana, and then you get a little bit of a taxing effect as well. And then we also have a couple of Cosmogrand Zenith. This is I guess you could call this Corey Steelcutter at home. This is the fixed Corey Steelcutter. It's a 2/4 for 3 mana. When you cast your second spell, you can either make 2 1/1s or put a counter on each creature you control. Very powerful in a deck that's sporting 16 1-mana creatures, or 16 1-mana cards, rather. And then from there, you just kind of have some good aggressive white creatures like Descendant of Storms and Veteran Survivor are both 1-mana 2-power creatures. This one can make tokens. This one actually pretty powerful with the Spacecraft because the Spacecraft gives you an easy way to tap this without having to go into combat. So it gives you a little bit of main deck graveyard hate, which is kind of cool. Then we have Case and Sheltered for some additional removal. Voice of Victory is phenomenal in this deck because it makes it so your opponent can't interact on your turn, and the tokens, very good with the amount of anthems we have. And then rounding out the 3-drops, we have a couple of Sanguines and a couple of Tobys. These just provide additional tokens. Toby specifically gives you 5 power to put into the frigate, and Evangelist gives you sort of a little bit of evasion and another anthem as well. And because we're playing a mono-white deck, we can very easily include 4 Soulstone Sanctuaries, and that's it. Very simple, clean deck list, and excited to showcase off these brand new aggressive white cards. Let's get into some games. So the thing about Enduring Innocence, it's very, very awkward with, I like this new background, by the way. Enduring Innocence, very awkward with your anthems, because your anthems, making your creatures have more power, turns off the innocence. So it's kind of awkward. Oh, this is kind of cool. So I didn't even realize this. Lightstall having Vigilance means we can attack and pump up the Spacecraft. That's actually kind of sick. Curiosity, thank you for the Prime sub, 12 months. Thank you. Cosmogrand Zenith. Yeah, probably not a great Seam Rip matchup, but thoughts on Summon Chocomog. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what that card does. Summon Chocomog. Not familiar with that one. We did exile their Singularity Rupture, so that means their 6-mana sweeper now costs 7. That's something, right? 3 mana, 3/3. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. I don't think that card's very playable. 3 mana for a 3/3? Eh. Not impressed. It's doing work in Pauper. Yeah, but like, Pauper is a lot different than Standard, you know what I mean? That's not quite the same thing. All right, maybe not the best Seam Rip matchup, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, maybe they drew the Sewers for turn. All right, well, show me. What you got? Show me. Okay, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I may have been wrong about Spacecrafts. I mean, I guess this is different. This is just like a matchup where you have a lot more time, so the Spacecrafts are going to look a lot better against decks like this, but it's online, baby. Unfortunately, it doesn't pump itself, but keep thinking you're going to attack with it. Well, I mean, the thing is like, you can just use your creatures the turn you play them to pump into the Spacecraft. I think this one specifically is good because, like, you don't have to invest a lot to get the good part of it, right? The Anthem is mainly what you're playing this for, and you don't have to invest a lot into that. It's just 2 power, and it gives you something to do with your creatures the turn you play them. Right, like normally you play a creature and you have to like, you can't attack with it that turn or do anything with it. So this gives you a little bit of something to be able to utilize those creatures. Although I will say they're not great against Meringue River Regent. That's a little sketchy. Okay, noted. Noted. I can't tell. Okay, so this is, they're at 6. It's not looking good, man. I'll be honest with you. It's not looking great. Yeah. Okay. Station notably not great against Meringue River Region. I'll be completely honest with you. I may or may not have tapped 5 creatures to then just get bounced, but you know, I mean, that's fine. We just gotta wait 10 more turns. I mean, you guys don't have 10 more turns? I know I do. Nah, Floodmaw is still legal. Floodmaw's in Bloomborough. Okay, we're getting milled. Mill yourself now. That was a good draw. Yeah, good-ish, because he has the regen, but... Is this card good, by the way? I feel like it's not. Savannah Lion, thank you for the Prime sub. Hey, we got some Savannah Lions in our deck. I have 3 different Savannah Lions. What do I think of Wildman as a streamer? I think Wildman is a very handsome and smart individual. I like Wildman. I mean, it's not pretty, but Brage? Brage? Hold? Rude. Dude, we're just gonna get milled out by these things. Did he pay you to say that? I am not allowed to disclose. There is I'm under an NDA, so I can't actually give you any additional information regarding this. The good news is I'm at 23, so we got time. That's the good news. Choose up to 1. Doesn't matter, right? All right, I'll exile, sure, this one. Your turn. I mean, it's only at 3. If I draw a 3rd Seam Rip, I can stitch all of them together to kill 1 Meringue River Regent. I mean, look, man, if you want to Wrath me here and kill both your Meringues, I'm in. It's on 9. Gonna get the 12, right? Okay. So if we can find a 3-power creature, theoretically... I guess we don't have lethal because he has the Reef to block. Dun, 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 dun. Virtue of Loyalty. Weirdly enough, I actually think I don't want to level this up. Right? Because if I level this up, then it just dies to the sweeper. What's my out here, though? Like, how many shelters do I have left? Because I don't really have a good way to kill these regions. I guess I have 2 sheltereds. Is rip opponents. Why does that matter? Yeah, it is opponents. Why would I want to cast them, though? Doesn't accomplish anything, right? I need you back on the dive down. Unfortunately, that is not in the cards, at least in the near future. Not going to say never, but at least for now, that is not in the cards. If it wasn't opponents, you could go for a kill. What does that even mean? What? What are you talking about? Explain yourself now. If I draw Zenith. Oh, that's true. If I draw Zenith, I can trigger it with the rip. Which I guess is kind of nice. So this thing is what? 7/6 hexproof? Alright, go. I mean, he's gonna have to cast this Wrath eventually, right? Any reason you didn't station the Survivor? Any reason you didn't station the Survivor? Because if I make this thing a creature, it just dies to the Wrath. Maybe I have to force the Wrath? Right? Yeah, actually, I think I do. I think I have to force the Wrath here. So we just pass here. I guess this is kind of a free attack, right? Trades for maybe the Restless Reef. What do I have left in deck? I still have some good stuff. Right? Still have like... Wait, is this number milled? I can't even tell. So I have what, 1 sheltered left? I have 1 sheltered, no cases. Yeah, I think the number that's showing here is total number milled, which means the leftover is what I have left. I mean, I'll take the trade. Hold! Hold! Numbers you've seen? Right, yeah. What do I think about a Dimir control build with Singularity Rupture and River Churn? That's probably what my opponent's playing. I think that's fine. I still don't really think that you want your Wrath to cost 6 mana. I feel like that's just a death sentence in this format, but like I think you'd much rather be just playing, like, even if you want to play Dimir control with River Churn, that's fine, but I think you're still much better off playing the 5 mana Wrath. Can't remember the name of it. Also Dragon, by the way. The fuck is the name of that card? The 5 mana Wrath. Okay, well, this is lethal, right? How did I win this game? What just happened? I'm just, like, sitting here yapping the whole time. Cover up, yeah. Cover up. I don't know how I won that game. I honestly don't know what happened. Anyways. 1-0. Yeah, they only have best of 1 available. I mean, we need a 3rd land, but I'm on the draw. I could fuck with this. I mean, that's just the same with every single, that's just the same with every single early access. They always only have best of 1. Although I will say, for people who may not realize this, they're doing this a little bit different this time, where, I'll play voice first. We're actually using our primary accounts. So normally what happens is they have a separate account. Like they give you, like, here is your early access account. You log into a separate account and you play on that account. This time they're doing it differently, where we're all playing on our normal account, but where there's just a separate queue for the early access, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, 07's for Mardu Token Guy. Never forget Mardu Token Guy, all right? What is this? Draw 2, discard for 4 mana. Ew. Dingo, you gotta stop beating me, buddy. We gotta have a talk about this. Can I kill this? Draw 2, discard during your turn. It has Death Touch. I don't think I really care about that. M. Kozler, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. Who was it? Was it 3? I thought it was Marty token 4. 22 lands. I guess that was a free attack, right? I read this as it has Death Touch, but it's only during their turn. Why not attack for 2? Because I didn't read the card. I'm sorry. New card. This is the new card tax, all right. Ayo. Ayo. Okay, this is hot. Using the ancient one as a 2-mana 8/8 to station the lab ship. That's kind of sick. Anyways, kill it. I respect it though. What's the restriction on this? It can't attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. You're on 2. I mean, how many people in the early access event you think actually read all of the new cards? Can't be countered, by the way. Speaking of reading the cards. True. That is a 1-mana permanent for Seam Rip. I'll take that. See ya. I guess we play Frigate this turn. Frigate kind of awkward with Voice of Victory, but I mean, it's fine. Because next turn I could just go Zenith, Station, and then hit for 6. A Battle Cruiser. This one is opponent discards a card, they lose 3. Whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, loses 3 life. It's a 3/10? Wait, so I can still attack with my voice? That's awesome. I guess we go Inquisitor Frigate here. As Death Touch. True. They do still take 4 damage, though. Is that worth it? Maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. So let's just do this. Just gonna try to like go a little bit wide here. Frigate. I guess I should try to level... No, we do this. We do this for sure. Yeah, because the next turn we have double Anthem. I like this. This is nice. And then all of our voice tokens are 3/3s. This card is a lot better than I thought it was. I think it's just because, like, this sort of has that problem of being a brand new card type and we just don't know, because we've never played with them, it's so hard for us to evaluate them. But this one has been very, very good. I like it a lot. And is a bold attack. Like Zenith gone. I'm at 12. They have Juan Blocker. So I'm 1 short on board. It is nice that the Inquisitor has Vigilance. What's in their hand? This is the one they exiled. This is not in their hand. This is exiled with the Inquisitor. I think I'm just going to send. They can trade for Inquisitor, but then I can just play Virtue as a blocker. So they go to 4 here. They exile the land. Well, how do I know this is in their hand then? It's revealed because they returned it. Oh, okay. I see. Don't my brother me. Stop, man. Why are you so aggressive? I'm learning what the cards do, chat. Be patient with me. Literally, I've been playing this set for 10 minutes. All right? Just be patient with me. Discard at random. Thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Chill out, my brother. Don't make me go emo mode. Because I'll do it. I will go emote only mode if you want to. Don't make me get Dingo in here to start beating meat. Catafall, thank you for the Prime sub, 15 months. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so each opponent who can't loses 3. So I make a 2/2. Hey! I died. Agent, thank you for the tier 1, 33-month resub. We'll use the GoldenEye watch to hush the Timmies. I don't know what that means. What is the GoldenEye watch? I guess Rakshasa kind of counts, yeah. Rakshasa Hazaret. Could be something. Rakshasa is probably the most logical one because you already want to be playing... You want to be playing Dimir with the Ancient One. A Balloon, thank you for the Prime sub. 21 months, thank you, thank you. Not hating, but you kind of look like a floating head right now. I'll take that as a compliment. Why is chat so weird today? Dude, I don't fucking know. Chat is just, chat's being chat, alright? I think I'm just doing this. Kind of weird, but... My black shirt melds with the background. Okay. What if I just took my shirt off? Gold Vein Hydra. I will rip the seam for free. Yeah, for free. Okay, do you want 4 damage or do you want 4 counters on the spacecraft? This one's on 3, so I can get this one to 7. And then next turn, if I draw a land, it's kind of close. This would be, if I draw a land next turn, this would be 4, 7, 11. I could just flip this one. I think it's the damage. It's close. I think it's the damage, though. That's the really nice thing about the spacecraft, is they just give you a lot of flexibility, you know? Where it's like, sometimes you want the damage, sometimes you want sometimes you want the counters. Gives you a lot of options, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's maybe a good line of thought, is that once you've put 2 counters on the frigate, you kind of like, ideally the only creatures you want to be tapping to it are ones that have summoning sickness. Okay, that would help if I, drew lands, but... So, what is it, 12? So let's put... I think I'm going to put all of them into this one. I'll just pass. I mean, I feel like 22 should be good, given our curve. Our curve is not very high. Twitching Doll. This thing doesn't have reach, right? Vigilance, Trample, Haste. So... Case the Doll. +5, by the way. And then this one goes into this one. This one goes into this one. 8. Oh, actually, I can just do this, right? That's kind of cool. All right, that's hot. Because you can use the spaceships to station the other spaceships. I like that. That's kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. Where like once you have the first one animates the other one. You know what I mean? They're all there. Also, you should be able to see it on the untapped overlay. Oh, well, sometimes sometimes untapped doesn't have the new cards. Can anybody check to see if untapped is working / has the new cards? I would assume that it probably doesn't, but oh, it does? Surprised. Day one, they already have the new cards. Ninja Dave, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? Deck is there, card hovers or not. Okay, that sort of makes sense. I think that's usually the way that it works. No more lies. The hover overlay doesn't work. Oh, hold on. Let me check something. Did I not turn off the Twitch delay? Because okay, I did. Because when I streamed on Sunday, when I streamed the, what do you call it? On Sunday, when I streamed the qualifier day 2, I had put a delay on it. And I wanted to make sure I turned off the delay, but I did. It's Gandalf City. It's the first Gandalf I played. I guess we played against Blue-Black, but... yeah, what day 2? True! True. I guess we're stalling. Legally stalling, of course. Yeah. I found board's coming into play tap, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. Seam rip, there's seam rip. No, I'm gonna virtue. I'm gonna virtue and simply draw a land next turn. Easiest land draw of my life. Please counter this. Please. Please. Thank you. Land me! Land! Thank you. Zenith. My Seam Rip or Survivor? I think I Survivor here. Dude, this Zenith card is fucking nuts. This card is crazy. I wish there was some more 1-drops we could play to make it better, but... like, 12 is not enough. We need more than 12 1-drops. Got a Wrath? Easy. Alright, this deck is cracked. This is just the fair version of Corey Steel, you know? Why did I keep this hand? This hand sucks. Chat, why did I keep this? Okay, hand no longer sucks. I wanted to rip some seams. Seam rip. Me when I sit down with tight jeans on. There's probably something there. Abzan Elf, huh? Seed Ship Brew Tender. Mill 3, and then you can pay 5 second, return a creature or spacecraft from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, get that dog back. You got that dog in him. Also, Veteran Survivor, notably probably pretty good against the Reanimator deck. Just gonna throw that out there. I'm sorry, man. I feel bad. I just have made that graveyard aid. I mean, that's why you're playing the Survivor, right? It's just a good, aggressive 1-drop that also just randomly has graveyard hate attached to it. Balemerk. Oh, what is this? That's the sack outlet, right? Second of the creature artifacts, Surveil Juan. Okay. Okay. Do. So now he can't trade. If I do this. Cinco. And then we go... He doesn't really have any creatures here, right? I guess I'll target, oh no, this. And this one has hexproof now, right? When does it have hexproof? 3 or more cards exiled with this creature. Oh. I looked at this and I thought it was a card exiled by the survivor. That was a mistake. I see dead. I mean, it's not literally dead, but can jump. Okay, he decided not to jump. Whew. This deck cooks. Absolutely cooks. You know? Good hand. Voice is also crazy with the amount of anthems that we have. Just like kind of does everything. Oh. Does opponent also know? Mirror match? Mirror match, mirror match, mirror match? Angels. Okay, I would like to rip your seams. Those who know, yeah. There is a new temp lockdown, yes, which, you know, does make this a little bit more sketchy. But I mean, you can sideboard cards that are good against lockdown, right? But decks like this are always going to be bad against anybody who's playing 3-mana sweepers in the main deck. These decks are going to struggle against that, right? Yeah, maybe we have enough stuff to do with our mana that it's worth playing like 23, maybe. We're playing 22 lands right now. Stare. Stare. This card's really good when you have 4 spells in hand. Toby, we'll see you later, buddy. All right, it's time for Frigate. It's time for Frigate. Yeah, so basically the way that these events work is that I have the decks built in my personal collection and it shows that I'm missing cards, and then once you go into the event, the cards are unlocked. But they're not like I don't own the cards. It's like a sort of like an all access kind of thing, like MTGO does, you know? It's basically what it is. Holy. I kind of forgot this was an angel. Yeah, we have no chance this game. How cooked am I? 1000% cooked. Or am I? Hold on a second. He's cooking. I can double spell this turn. Maybe we're actually fine? I don't know. Maybe we are fine. What did he search for? Search for base planes or creature with mana value. One of those to be able to put into your hand. Oh, he searched for a planes? Okay. Refuses to make Frigate a creature. I mean, I wanted to get in 3 damage that turn, man. Maybe it was like, so you wanted to give up 7? Basically, you wanted to give up 4 damage that turn to then get 3 the next turn. The math ain't mathing on that. Because if I draw land, I could just play Toby, animate this, and then send everything. Which I think is just better, right? It can attack right away. I know that. I know how the card works. But I just thought it was better to get 7 damage up front. Get lost. It's a little scary. Descendant of Storms. Okay. Hit you with one of these. So I have to tap 7, right? So 4, 7. No attacks. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's getting very close to be over. Hey, what's up, Waza? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the Giada makes his deck look a lot better. Giada's crazy in this deck. It just lets you snowball so well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wanted to attack the turn that I played the Sheltered. That's why I wanted to kill the Lightstall, but maybe that was too aggressive. Just, like, kill the Giada, try to play a bit of a longer game, maybe. That's bad. No, Giada's in Foundations. Three mana 5/4, by the way. 07s. 07s. No. Okay, can work with this. Try like this, maybe. Simply draw third land. Seth playing mono red. What is this? What is this? Okay. I have been, I'm bursting. I'm bursting over here. So what is this again? For as long as that card remain exiled, you may play it if you control a Kavu. So he exiled Tanuk, but he can't play Tanuk until he controls a Kavu. Okay, noted. Noted. Kavu Tribal. Are there any other Kavus besides Technician and Tanuk? Is that the only two? Okay. I'm with you. Do you think he blocks? I mean, I could still trade, but it seems like a bad trade. I'm not going to do that. Wild Ride is sus. I think Wild Ride is mostly there because of the warp cards. But I guess if you have Tanuk in play, your stuff has haste anyways, so maybe that kind of defeats the purpose of needing Wild Ride. There's a 5-mana one that draws 2 cards a turn. Yeah, 5 mana is like kind of sketchy. Memorial Team Leader. During your turn, other creatures you control get +1/+0. That one's a bit sus. I mean, I know he's playing it just for the Technician, but... Okay, that card's good. Yeah. Take 7. Well, I guess I lied. I guess I'm taking 11. Bro is warping out of his mind. I guess I put it on the flyer instead. Hold! I'm just barely hanging on over here, chap. I'm no longer hanging on. I repeat, I am no longer hanging on. Things are getting a little sketch. Hellkite's kind of nice. It's only when it enters. I thought it was when it enters or attacks. I'll take it then. Yeah, we actually built a blue-white warp deck yesterday, which looked kind of cool. I mean, always got 3 spells in his hand. Okay, so this one, these two are warped. So 5 mana and 4 mana. All right. Hit for 3. End of turn Soulstone, next turn Case. Right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. I guess I could have went for lethal if I played the Case this turn, but then he just has a blocker next turn, so. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, now he can kill that. Okay. I'm with ya. Gets that back. Taking it. This is gonna be a close game. This is gonna be a really close game. Yeah, this is the first deck. That's, I think, a good draw. Yeah, this is the first deck we played. Hold! Can I die this turn? The Hellcat is what? This is 5 damage? Oh, it only hits creatures. I thought this hit any target. Okay, that's good news. Okay. So that kills probably the bat, right? I guess the Lightstall, sure. Dead to a Burst Lightning? Oh, wait, I'm just dead to the... No, because the Wild Ride's in his graveyard, right? Yeah, I'm dead to a burn spell. No! Apparently, I'm also dead to Full Bore. True. Get absolutely bored on. And that was White Weenie, folks. I will say, these new cards looked pretty impressive. I was initially maybe a little bit skeptical of some of these spacecrafts, but the Frigate definitely overperformed in a lot of those games, a lot of those spots where you just play a creature, the turn that you play it, you can just immediately put counters on the spacecraft. They also work very well together because the first spacecraft gets you the Anthem to make it easier to fulfill to get 12 counters on it. But then the second one gives you another Anthem. And then once you animate the first one can then put counters on the second one, so on and so forth. So this card was very good. Inquisitor was kind of hit or miss. There was definitely some spots where they just exiled the land and the ability didn't feel like it did that much. Seam Rip was pretty good, and Zenith was very good as well. Would maybe consider more copies of this, as well as more lands. I don't think 22 is enough, given how many 3s we have, and then we have other stuff to do with our mana, like Virtue and Soulstone. So I would consider playing more lands, but overall, pretty cool deck. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.